The MH370 search vessel is returning to Fremantle 3 days early, and it is bringing back data from 7,236 square kilometers of empty seabed. By the end of this video, you will understand why finding nothing in the first phase is not the same as finding something useful. What Ocean Infinity learned from mapping 48% of the target zone, and why a second ship currently in sea trials near Singapore means the search is about to double in speed when operations resume. January 30th. January 25th, 2026. Armada 8605 departed the search zone, not because the mission failed, because Phase 1 is complete, and what the ship is carrying back to port is 7,236 square kilometers of high-resolution sonar data. Data that eliminates nearly half the target area. Data that tells investigators where MH370 is not. And data that will guide the next phase of the search. Between December 30th, 2025 and January 24th, 2026, Armada 8605 scanned 7,236 square kilometers of seabed. The vessel deployed 3 Hugin 6,000 autonomous underwater vehicles, operating at depths of 4,400 meters. The target area for this search is 15,000 square kilometers. Phase 1 covered 48%, nearly half. On January 15th, a storm forced operations to halt. Wave conditions reached 5.7 meters, according to MH370 tracker Kevin Rupp. Weather cleared briefly, but the operational window was closing. Ocean Infinity completed Phase 1 and returned to port for crew change and resupply. The official finding from Malaysian authorities and the MH370 Families Association is clear. No wreckage identified, no debris field, but every square kilometer scanned and cleared eliminates possibilities. Every section of empty seabed narrows the remaining search area. The 7,236 square kilometers now mapped represents the most detailed survey of this region ever conducted. Ocean Infinity knows the terrain. They know the depth variations. They know where the seamounts are. And they know with certainty that MH370 is not in those 7,236 square kilometers. That knowledge focuses the remaining effort. Approximately 7,764 square kilometers remain, which is 52%. Ocean Infinity now has terrain data to plan more efficient search patterns for Phase 2. This validates the search strategy, or it challenges it. The current zone was selected based on drift modeling. Scientists analyzed debris from Reunion Island, Madagascar, and Tanzania. They worked backward using ocean currents and wind patterns. The models pointed to a corridor southeast of the 7th arc. If Phase 2 also returns empty, the question becomes unavoidable. Is the search zone correct? Jeff Wise continues to raise this. Every empty square kilometer increases the probability that something unexpected happened. It suggests the assumptions may need reconsideration. Jeffrey Thomas maintains confidence. The drift modeling is sound. The south equatorial current flows east to west. Debris found in Madagascar came from a crash site west of Perth. The science supports it. 48% is not enough to conclude the zone is wrong. If you want to follow this search like it is happening in real time, hit subscribe. I track every move, so you do not have to. Armada 8605 is in transit to Western Australia. Expected arrival at Fremantle, Woodman Point, on January 28th at 5 in the morning, 3 days ahead of schedule. The ship is traveling at approximately 21 knots due to strong tailwinds. Upon arrival, the vessel will undergo a crew change. It will resupply fuel, provisions, and equipment. Any AUV maintenance will be completed. Then, on January 30th at 6 in the evening, the vessel departs again. It will return to the search zone for Phase 2. 2 days in port. That indicates Ocean Infinity is prioritizing speed. They want to maximize operational time within the 55-day contract window. But there is another development. A second ship is nearby. Armada 8606 is in the South China Sea, near Singapore. It is undergoing sea trials and equipment testing. It has been fitted with Hugin autonomous underwater vehicles and specialized crane gantries. The ship is not yet deployed to the southern Indian Ocean, but if Ocean Infinity deploys both vessels simultaneously, the search could double in speed. 2 ships, 6 autonomous underwater vehicles in total. Twice the daily coverage. That would dramatically reduce the time to complete the remaining 52%. But operating 2 vessels increases costs. Under the no find, no fee contract, Ocean Infinity only gets paid if they find wreckage. $70 million if confirmed, $0 if not. Every additional vessel deployed comes out of Ocean Infinity's budget, with no guarantee of a return. The fact that Ocean Infinity is preparing a second vessel suggests they believe the target area is correct, that the remaining 52% is worth the investment, and that finding MH370 is still achievable. This story changes quietly and suddenly. Subscribing is how you do not miss the moment it finally breaks. Phase 1 is complete. 7,236 square kilometers scanned, 48% cleared, no wreckage found. But the data collected eliminates half the search area. It validates terrain models. It provides a baseline comparison for Phase 2, and it focuses the remaining effort. On January 30th at 6 p.m., Armada 8605 departs Fremantle. Phase 2 begins. If Armada 8606 joins the operation, the search accelerates. 52% remains. 7,764 square kilometers. The question is whether the wreckage is where the models predict. And we are about to find out. Let me know your thoughts below. January 30th. Phase 2 begins. If you want to know what happens the moment those autonomous underwater vehicles go back in the water, subscribe now, because when the search resumes, you'll be the first to know.